Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd and welcome back to another episode of our NBA 2K16 rebuild series. So in this episode, you guys, we're going to be rebuilding the 2017 Oklahoma City Thunder. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download the most up-to-date roster that I'll be able to find, and then we'll pretty much go from there. I'm going to trade away Russell Westbrook because more than likely Russell Westbrook will probably be gone at some point during the season, especially since he's not going to re-sign with them, or he told them that he's not going to re-sign with them. So the first thing we're going to end up doing is actually going ahead and trying to trade him away. But the roster should be up to date through all the trades so far in the season. Not the trades, all the free agent signings should be up to date so far, and they also adjusted the contracts and all that good stuff. So it should be pretty interesting to see how quickly we can actually rebuild this team. So we're looking at the draft classes. Obviously we're going for the 2017 draft class because the rookies are already here. So taking a look at the roster right away, like I said, we got Russell Westbrook and then pretty much everybody else that is currently on the Thunder right now. And I think these are pretty much, like I said, the most up to date that we have, or up to date as of today, which is, I believe it is the 8th. I think it's the 8th. I'm recording this. You guys will probably see this on the 9th or sometime around then. But anyway, the first thing we want to do, like I said, trade Russell Westbrook. So go ahead, add him to the block and look at the trade offers that you see. So you can see the Lakers first round pick and Jared Bayless, but that's pretty much just a rookie. And I don't want to rebuild completely. I definitely want to try to get some sort of players back. I like this trade right here, the Jimmy Butler, Rajon Rondo deal. That's not a bad one. They also have Kyrie Irving and Iman Shumpert, so that is a great deal as well. And that's something I definitely need to look into because I like this Jimmy Butler deal, but I also like this Kyrie Irving deal. So I don't know which one I would rather do. Two players right here, one key player. Definitely something I have to think about. Isaiah Thomas is available as well. So is Amir Johnson. DeAndre Jordan is there. They got Mike Conley, Kent Bazemore, Chris Bosh, Kemba Walker. A lot of pretty good deals for Russell Westbrook. Derrick Rose is there. And I'm really not sure which one I want to go with. Like I said, I could always go with Kyrie or I could go with Jimmy Butler. But I think let's go ahead and go with Kyrie Irving and Iman Shumpert. Send Russell Westbrook to the Cavs. That's going to be a little scary just for the fact that LeBron is over there. And yeah, it's going to be a little scary. So we're going to keep Dion Waiters for now. We'll make this deal happen. And we'll probably go ahead and try to trade either Dion Waiters or we'll see who else we can really try to trade. So let's look at our contracts, our player contracts right now. So we're negative 12 on the salary cap. So definitely want to get rid of some players like Ilyasova. We could definitely get rid of him. Iman Shumpert, we might be able to get rid of him or Dion Waiters depending on who we get more value for. But there's a couple players, like I said, we definitely want to try to get rid of right away. So let's go to Victor Oladipo. I know he's on a 1-year deal. I'm not sure if he will automatically re-sign. He said he's looking to re-sign, but let's go ahead and see what we can get for Oladipo anyway. Pretty good player. Greg Monroe is available. That's also a 1-year deal as well, though. So no guarantees with these 1-year players if they will be able to come back or not. I know Victor Oladipo shouldn't have any bird rights since we just traded for him. So we shouldn't be able to go over the cap. If we're close to the cap, then we'll pretty much let him walk for free. So definitely want to see if we can try to move him. But it doesn't look like there's really anything worth moving him for right now. Maybe we try to package him with something else later on. Let's look at Dion Waiters, see what we get for him. And Rudy Gay, which is not bad, but that's a 1-year deal. And pretty much not a lot for Waiters. Let's see what else we could try to move. Let's look at Ilyasova, see what we can get back for him. And really nothing great here either for Ilyasova. I know he's not that good. He has an $8 million contract, but maybe we could try to get something. Malik Beasley, that might be a good pickup right there for us. And a very cheap contract. We lower our contract a little bit, have a decent shooting guard. Monte Ellis is there. That's not that bad either, but that is $10 million a year. Eric Gordon is there as well. So instead of going with Monte Ellis, let's go ahead and trade him for Gary Harris and then Malik Beasley. Get two relatively cheap players. And then let's go ahead and try to move a couple more people just to get a little bit lower on our cap. but at the same time still have a team that is competing right now. So like I was saying, I guess at this point we'll try to keep Oladipo for now. I know we're going to have to re-sign him, and then we'll go ahead and look to try to move. I'm thinking maybe Dion Waiters, but we could also move Iman Shumpert because he's getting paid. He has 2 more years left on the deal, so we're not really able to do much with it. Everyone else is pretty cheap. Oh man, I think we'll go with Dion Waiters to try to make this work. Let's try to trade him and really see what we can get back for Dion Waiters. Only 5 offers. We get some more young guys. Rudy Gay, of course, again. And that's pretty much it. I mean, just some first round picks. I don't know what they're going to turn into. So I'm not sure if I really want to move those or not right now. Definitely tough. I mean, I guess we could try to package them with maybe Andre Robertson, see what we get there. But it still looks like not a whole lot. And then we go with Victor Oladipo again. Chris Middleton is available. He's locked up for 3 years. J.R. Smith, but really nothing too great. I guess we could try to rock with what we have. And I guess we could try to see. I mean, we're -3 right now. Oladipo is going to want more money at the end of this year, so we definitely want to try to get room to be able to sign him. So that's definitely the question. That's why I want to move one of these players. So it looks like Iman Shumpert or Dion Waiters or both pretty much have to go. So we'll go look at this again. Let's try to package them together, possibly see if we can get anything better than before. We get Greg Monroe. That's a 1-year deal. Chandler Parsons got that crazy deal right here. You get Willie Cauley-Stein, and then you get Rudy Gay. But Rudy Gay, $13 million a year. Definitely a pretty high price. Derrick Rose, you get that contract that's going to come off for him too. You get Jordan Clarkson, pretty good deal. And this is with the new contracts. A lot of these people are getting paid a lot of money. Harrison Barnes, $22 million. And then they have the Jeremy Lin deal. So this was interesting right here. Actually, DeMar DeRozan. And we end up moving Victor Oladipo, Dion Waiters, and Nick Collison. I wanted to get cheaper, but I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to take this deal because DeMar DeRozan, you probably can't get a player like that in free agency. So we'll go ahead, take the trade, get DeMar DeRozan. I like that one a lot. And see what that does to our contracts. We're now $9 million in the hole, but we don't have to worry about trying to sign him long term because we want to have DeMar DeRozan, we want to have Kyrie, Cantor, Shumpert. And I guess at this point, we're hoping a lot of these players really just get better. Robinson will be gone. I guess we will have to try to trade him as well right now too. So let's go back. Only thing with him, I definitely want a small forward in return because we don't really have a lot of small forwards right now. So, or pretty much any small forward. So let's see if we can try to get a small forward back from him. But he's definitely cheap, and we're definitely not going to get an expensive player back. But hopefully a player who's close, that is more of a long-term contract right now. We can go for the rookie right here. That might not be a bad move. But I definitely, like I said, I want a small forward that we can plug into the spot this season. So with all that, I think we'll go ahead and do this straight up. Just because this is a 4-year deal at $1 million, we pretty much get to keep him. And right now, we're pretty much just playing around with the salaries, and I think I'm good to go. So looking at our roster, everybody's upset. But hopefully, once our team chemistry gets back up, we should be good to go. So we have Kyrie, we have DeMar DeRozan, Steven Adams, Ernest Cantor, Randy Ford. So we have a pretty good team already just for trading Russell Westbrook. We get a lot back. Hopefully, Kyrie can progress, DeMar DeRozan can progress, and hopefully, we could be a pretty good team. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and simulate this first season. I don't think I'll make any trades at the break, so we'll end up coming back through at the end of the regular season. Alright guys, so we actually finished 61-21 with this current roster, but let's go ahead and take a look at the season awards. Kevin Durant is the MVP. He averaged 30 points a game and 9 rebounds over there in Golden State, so he went to work down there. Ben Simmons averaged just under 20 points a game. He is going to be the Rookie of the Year, pretty much almost averaged a triple-double, so a good season for Ben Simmons. Greg Monroe is going to be the 6th man of the year in Milwaukee. Anthony Davis, the defensive player of the year, and he averaged about 27 points. So that is a fantastic stat line for Anthony Davis. Steven Adams is the most improved player, averaging 21.8 points a game and just under 17 rebounds for Steven Adams. That is absolutely crazy, you guys, but that's what he averaged. Steve Kerr is the coach of the year, 66 and 16, 98 overall, obviously, for the Golden State Warriors. So a crazy record for them. But taking a look at the All-NBA first team, Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and then Steven Adams is on the NBA first team. But the stat line like he had, absolutely crazy. Stephen Curry went down to the second team. Ben Simmons is actually on the second team as well. A little bit shocking. Giannis Antetokounmpo was on the third team. And really nothing else too shocking. Looking at the all-defensive team, Russell Westbrook is on there. The second team, Victor Oladipo, who we just traded, is there, and so is LeBron James. And then the all-rookie first team, you got Ben Simmons, Buddy Hield, Chris Dunn, Joel Embiid, which I guess they classified him as a rookie because this is probably his first full season playing. And then Caris LeVert. And then the second team, Brandon Ingram, who I thought would be on the first team. And that's pretty much it. So for the playoffs, we are a 2 seed, obviously, because of the Golden State Warriors. So we're going to have to try to beat them. But first, we got to take on the Clippers. So let's take a look at the rosters just so you can see ours right now. Like I said, all those red arrows are now turning into green arrows because our chemistry is definitely way up than before. So taking on the Clippers, let's see their roster and see how they match up against us. A pretty good roster, actually. They got Blake Griffin there, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and JJ Redick. They have a very good team. I don't know how they end up actually a 7 seed, but this should be a pretty good matchup. So let's go ahead and simulate the first game. We end up winning that one. Game 2, we win that one. We actually lose game 3 in LA. We win game 4, which is good. And can we close it out in the 5? Yes, we can. So we close this one out in 5. Now we're taking on the San Antonio Spurs. So taking a look at their record, or their roster, they got Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, Pau Gasol, Tony Parker, Danny Green, Jonathan Simmons, Patrick Mills. So Tim Duncan is still playing at 41 as well, only a 76 overall, but he's still there. So is Ginobili. An older roster, a good roster, but I think we have a little bit more depth than they do. So we'll go ahead and simulate this and see what happens here. So we win one at home, we win the second game at home, so we hold down home court, win game 3, and we cannot sweep them. I was hoping we'd be able to sweep them, but we end up winning in 5. And look at this, the Minnesota Timberwolves actually beat the Golden State Warriors, so we actually have a shot here at a championship. So let's look at the Timberwolves squad. They got Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, Jordan Hill, DeMarre Carroll. A pretty great roster here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. But we have a pretty good roster as well. I guess we can see what's going to happen. Hopefully they don't defeat us, but they win game 1. We go ahead and split this. We need to win game 3 or game 4 there. We can't win game 3. We win game 4. We lose game 5. So we need to definitely win game 6, and we do. So now we are heading to a 7th and final game. Let's go ahead and simcast this. So I guess we can watch this live. I'm not going to jump in at all. So I guess whatever happens, happens. So we are off to a terrible start. I don't know if we'll be able to come back from that, but we have the rest of the game to kind of see. We're actually making a run here in the second. And now we're here in the third quarter. We need to make another run here. The game is tight. Anything can happen. We're actually taking the lead now, you guys. We need to be able to hold on to this. Only 5 minutes remaining in the game, and we are extending it, and we are going to the NBA Finals. So a crazy game. Let's look at the box score. Steven Adams holding it down. 20 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. He had 3 blocks, 8 for 12 shooting as well. Randy Foye had 17 points on 24 minutes. DeMar DeRozan had a decent game. Kyrie Irving had a decent game. Ernest Cantor pulled in a double-double. The rebound in here is definitely ridiculous. Karl Anthony Towns, only player over 10 rebounds, at least that I can see right here for the Timberwolves. So a crazy series. And look at this. The Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. They got Russell Westbrook there now. Definitely going to be crazy. We swapped point guards. They still have LeBron James. We got DeMar DeRozan. This is definitely a crazy matchup already. So Like I said, LeBron, Russell Westbrook. Then you fall off a little bit to Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye. They have an absolutely crazy lineup. We have a crazy lineup. I guess let's see who would end up winning this one. So it looks like they'll have home court advantage. The first game, they win it. Second one, we're able to win one in Cleveland. So that is good. We win one in OKC. Win the other one in OKC. And now we are actually one game away from winning a championship. So let's go ahead and simcast this one. And let's see what happens. So right away, we have an early lead, but it's definitely close. And this one's just going back and forth early in this ball game. And they are jumping off to a huge second quarter lead right here. And a huge deficit for us. So we definitely need to do something. But we're down by as much as 20 points that I've seen. Now heading into the fourth, it looks as if they will hold off elimination. Unless we get something crazy done. And we do not. So we can't hold it off. Kyrie had 23. LeBron had 28. And that's probably the big changer right here. J.R. Smith with 21 points. And then Russell Westbrook obviously had a double-double, almost a triple-double. So we get one more chance here to try to go ahead and win this one in Game 6. Hopefully we can do it. We don't want to go to a Game 7, and we are at home this time. So we have a lead early, and then Cleveland's going to take the lead back, and it looks as if we might go back and forth for a while. So now in the third quarter, we're actually extending our lead here, and that's definitely great to see. Can we hold on to this lead here in the fourth quarter? Hopefully we can, and hopefully we can win ourselves an NBA championship. And it looks like we are actually going to do it. So we are NBA champions, you guys, in the first season. And I guess only thing we could do now is see if we could try to repeat here in the second season with this OKC Thunder team. So not a huge rebuilding process so far, just for the fact we're able to trade Russell Westbrook. Now, if we had to let him go, that definitely could have changed things a little bit. But looking at who's going to be MVP, it is Steven Adams, you guys. Do not sleep on him. 20 points, 16 rebounds in the NBA Finals. Absolutely killing it. Looking at the players who retired, you got Tim Duncan, KG, Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, if it retired. Let's see who made the Hall of Fame. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, and then Ray Allen all made the Hall of Fame. So we shouldn't have any draft picks, I don't think, in the lotteries. Look at staff signings. We shouldn't have to sign too many more people either. So an assistant coach, let's go ahead and I guess let's try to get a pretty decent assistant coach. So let's go for Luke Samuel. Offer him pretty much the most you could offer him. Offer a couple of guys and see what happens. So I'm definitely trying to find someone with pretty good defense. So let's go with Wolf, see what he could do. And let's see what happens from there. So we get those two. I guess we could go with Tim Duncan. I guess he retired. Let's see what Tim Duncan could do. And then as for the trainers, let's go right back up to the top. Try to get, I guess just offer the best trainers. See if they'll be able to sign with us. And just offer him a contract. All right, so now we're just looking for CFO. I'm not too worried about that. So we'll go ahead and offer the top guys for this one as well, pretty much the top money, and we'll see if anybody decides to sign with us. So we have our trainer who accepted, and that's pretty much it for right now. And we're still waiting on the assistant coach and the CFO. So no CFOs are waiting, I think, for us right now. Golden State Warriors want to interview our assistant coach. No, I'm not allowing anything. Let's go ahead and hit always decline. And we're still waiting on the assistant coach, but for the CFO, let's keep going. See if we can sign any of these people. I don't know why no one wants to come work for us when we're the NBA champions, but it's all good. We'll get one of these guys. So we did get a CFO right there. Still waiting on the assistant coaches to really decide. So we looks like we got all three, and why not, for the heck of it, just go ahead and get Tim Duncan. Make sure that we got Tim Duncan on board. So let's go ahead and sign Tim Duncan as an assistant coach, and then I think we're pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and just get through all of this stuff, just for the fact that I don't think we have a lot of picks. So top pick ended up being a 64 overall. We got a decent pick, second pick. So let's go ahead and sign those two. Drop him. The player options. Let's go ahead and bring everybody back, because we don't have a lot of money in free agency. So this will happen. LeBron James ended up accepting his player option. Kevin Durant accepted it as well. Chris Paul declined, so he should be a free agent. So did Blake Griffin, Kyle Lowry, and Paul Millsap. So it should be a pretty decent amount of free agents here, but I don't think we really need too much. And we only got one free agent on our team. So we're way over the cap, so we can't really sign anybody. We don't have any bird rights for them. So I think we're pretty much stuck with where we're at. So I'm kind of happy that we got a pretty good team already because we really can't do much. But just for the heck of it, I want to see who was on the free agent list. Not going to be able to sign any whatsoever. But Russell Westbrook was actually a free agent. I thought he'll be able to hit the free agent market, so it is a great thing that we were able to actually trade him. Kyle Lowry is there, and Chris Paul is there. So a great class if you need a point guard. Antetokounmpo is there, but he's restricted, so they can pretty much match any offer. So let's go ahead and jump straight to the player progressions. I see who all moved up. So Kyrie moved up to an 89. DeMar DeRozan moved up to an 89. Steven Adams moved all the way up to an 88 overall, you guys. Ernest Cantor, 84 overall. So our team is still absolutely stacked, you guys. Let's see. I guess what could happen next year is go ahead and go straight to training camps. And let's try to load the 2018 draft class. It probably shouldn't be that important. But let's go ahead and go to training camps and go to untapped potential. So we went ahead, we moved up Malik Beasley a little bit. Who else can we move up? I think we might have 3 of these to use. Might have one more. For the last one, why not go with Steven Adams? He's only 24 years old. He already had A+ potential, so that didn't really do much, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and advance to the regular season. And I don't think there's any moves that I need to make right now or that I should make right now because our team looks very, very good. So let's go ahead and see if we can repeat with what we have, or at least simulate this first season or the second season and see where we're at come playoff time. So I'm gonna come back at the end of the season. All right, guys, so we're here at the end of the season. We went 71-11, but look at this. Steven Adams is the MVP. That is absolutely crazy, you guys. 22.6 points a game, 15.8 rebounds. Absolutely crazy that he is going to be the MVP. The rookie of the year averaged 17 points a game. Jahlil Okafor, 16 points a game as a 6th man of the year. So I don't know what happened in Philly. Anthony Davis, defensive player of the year again. And then Bryce Johnson is the most improved player. Billy Donovan, obviously the coach of the year. We had a fantastic season, you guys. Russell Westbrook, apparently he now plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Stephen Curry is back on the list for the first NBA team. And so is Kevin Durant. And obviously, Steven Adams is there because he won MVP. Chris Dunn and Ben Simmons, 2 rookies in real life. They're on the All-NBA second team here in the second season. D'Angelo Russell's also on this list finally. The first defensive team, Chris Dunn, is there. And pretty much nothing else standing out. Steven Adams is on the All-NBA defensive second team. So we're pretty much good to go. Let's look at where we are in the playoffs. And we have the number 1 seed. Golden State has the number 2 seed. And we're going to be taking on the Spurs. So looking at our roster right here, 290 overall players to 89 overall players. So almost 390 overall players on this roster. It's absolutely crazy, you guys. And we're going to be taking on the Spurs. So let's look at their roster right now. They still got Kawhi Leonard. They still got LaMarcus Aldridge. Paul Gasol dropped a little bit. They don't have Tony Parker, but they do have Mike Conley. So they must have traded for him because he still has 4 years left and $125 million, which is absolutely crazy on his contract. Tony Roten is there. Definitely not as deep as last season. Hopefully we can beat them again. So the first game, we do get a win. Second game, we get a win. Third one is a win. And can we pull off a sweep? Yes, we can. So we're one step closer to trying to repeat as champions. That is our goal. Right now, we're going to take on the New Orleans Pelicans. And we'll see what their roster looks like. They got Anthony Davis, obviously. Buddy Hield at 86 overall. Drew Holiday, 83 overall. Tyreek Evans, 83. And then they have Langston Galloway and Luol Deng. So we should be able to beat them on paper, but you don't win championships on paper. Let's find out, because we did lose game 1. We split it. We're up 2-1, which is good. Up 3-1, which is great. And we'll end up winning this one. And we get the matchup that we want, you guys. The Golden State Warriors, Oklahoma City Thunder. Can we beat Kevin Durant? But let's go ahead and look at the roster first. The roster might, I don't know. I don't know if you prefer their roster or ours. They definitely have an extra player. They got Stephen Curry, they got Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, but they fall off way harder than what we fall off at. We got a couple more 80s that kind of softened up the blow. I don't know. Definitely a tough matchup here, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So let's go ahead, simulate game 1 at home, and we lose. We lose game 2. We lose game 3. And now we're facing a uphill battle. We win 2 in a row, but I do not know, and we get eliminated, you guys. So we do get eliminated. We try to go for the repeat, but I think we are pretty good. I think this rebuild was still successful. We won the first year, couldn't win the second year, and that is pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and look at our roster before we get out of here. Steven Adams, absolutely a beast, you guys. His 5-year contract, $126 million, but does not matter. Absolute monster. Kyrie was a great trade for us. DeMar DeRozan, I think, was a great trade for us. Ernest Cantor, Cameron Payne's up there now. Definitely a great roster, you guys. And I definitely think we rebuilt this team. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this rebuild? Is the players that I should have went after that I didn't go after? Let me know all that in the comment section below. And also, let me know what team do you want me to do next, especially now that I'm able to get these rosters. I can pretty much do any current team or any current situation. So let me know all that in the comment section below. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead, leave this video a like. It will help me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.